Okay, let's do something a little less serious now. Critters was released in 1986 by New Line Cinema and stars a few recognizable faces like Dee Wallace from E.T. and Billy Green Bush, who played the sheriff in Jason Goes to Hell. There's also a small role for Billy Zane, who you might remember from a little movie called Titanic. It's about a species of little furballs called the Krites who escape from a prison asteroid and make their way for Earth. Their main objective is to eat anything in sight. They eat, and then they get bigger. It's typical of what you'd see in a B-movie creature feature. When they want to escape from trouble, they just roll up into little balls and tumble away. They also have these poisonous spikes that they can launch from their spines. The Krites are being followed by a couple of space bounty hunters who have the ability to morph into anyone they choose. Honestly, I think these guys are the weakest part of the movie. They just slow it down, almost making it feel like a completely different film. Normally these guys would be reserved for comic relief, but they don't do anything remotely funny. There's a scene where they try to figure out how to operate a police car, and they end up driving the whole time in reverse. That's not funny, that's stupid. And besides, we see these guys piloting an advanced starship and getting infinite knowledge about Earth's history and its people, and yet they can't figure out the simple mechanical workings of a primitive Earth vehicle? There's also this drunk guy named Charlie who rides around town on his bicycle prophesizing about the aliens coming to Earth. He kind of reminds me of Crazy Ralph, and like the bounty hunters, has no real purpose in the movie other than to be annoying. The Brown family are the main victims. They live on a farm in the middle of nowhere, of course, and for whatever reason the Krites decide to land here for their meal. Obviously, the critters are the highlights of the movie. I like their design, but I would have liked to see them do more. They have a couple of funny moments, and they're more humorous than scary. That's until they open their big mouths and start chomping on flesh. Still, it's not too gory, so just sit back and enjoy the ride. An interesting fact, the critters were designed by the Chiodo brothers, the same guys who made Killer Clowns from Outer Space. This movie gets compared to Gremlins a lot, and apparently when Gremlins came out a couple of years prior, a lot of changes were made to the script to avoid similarities with that film. It's definitely not as iconic or as memorable. Like Raphael said,
Ugh. Where did they come up with this stuff?
It's mindless entertainment, especially if you like schlocky B-movies of this caliber. The thing is, it gets overshadowed by a lot of other B-movie schlockfests that are far more interesting. Not bad, but nothing special. This one gets 2 blown-up fuzzballs.